So it's early as ever today. I'm not going to say good morning, okay? It's early. My neck hurt. It's been a trial. I got pain all up and down my neck, my spine, my eye feel weird. Girls be coming at you, at your neck, especially over men. What Beyonce say? They teach us to compete for men and not for jobs. They want us to, okay? And so, what is that about confidence that tells us to do one instead of the other? And why do they get to benefit from that? So, when we have more women competing over men, most likely that creates conflict and not sustainable economies. So, hence recessions, Great Depressions, and a broken home. Okay. I've experienced women who I definitely charge as home wreckers. Now, Antasia, what is considered home wrecking when it comes to dealing with authentic glow coaching? Because, we have some people in our family and our relationships that kind of went ziggity boo too. Can you please expound upon that? Yes. So, home wrecking is a term where you visualization is key here. So I visualize a beautiful place, a beautiful spot, and someone just comes whirling through and something is now destroyed. Home wreckers, these are women who are intent upon destroying another woman's home. Home wreckers are females who do so with that particular intent in mind. That's why the confidence between having an economy that is really being prosperous is my new word. Okay, but that's what the power of home wrecking and or those particular ideas come from. And usually that who are behaving that similar way have very low confidence, so they lack confidence enough to go out and start their own family with men that they love. Instead, they want to come after you and yours because their confidence is not as high as it needs to be in order to achieve that particular goal. So you have to be very mindful when it comes to dealing with how you carry yourself as a young woman, because every woman that you come across is either going to be a friend or foe. It's really just that simple. Either they are going to want to see you do well, or either they're going to plot on your ill. It's really just how the nature of the belly of the beast is. So when you walk in that confidence and you have your life together and you have your man is cool and everything else like that, you learn to guard those things. You learn to become protective of those things. You learn to be on a kind of sort of lookout for potential dangers, because women are just as able to compete for the things that you already have instead of building their bank account to make our kind of sort of resources a little bit more relevant, if you will, a little bit more aligned to a harmony or a cushion. So when you fall back on something, you're less likely to get hurt. That energy is where you have to build your catalyst for moving forward in your confidence. Because one, the home wrecker eventually is going to wreck so much so that she eventually wrecks herself too. So she's no longer to continuously move forward. Then you have another young lady who's so protective and aware and see you coming and stands on guard to handle what needs to be done because now it is necessary. And then you have the young lady that does that and will continuously move right forward even through you. That's the ultimate confidence catalyst, because you have to understand and realize women who choose to become barriers, who choose to not want to see you succeed but only to fail. Women, and see, people will get it twisted. We assume that somebody who cares for us gives us advice that they can't take, but that equals to you being a person who wants to see you fail, wants you to fall flat on your face. No, boo-boo. Because I stood the ground and told you were real, you got angry about it and you chose to assume that that was because I wanted you to fail. That's why I gave you the real. That's why I gave you an honest answer. That's why I was sincere about what it was that I chose to have said to you. But see, you have to be able to do things with a clear and calm mind. Otherwise, you're going to misunderstand it. And that's going to cost you an opportunity. When all you have to do is say thank you, what's the most appropriate route to go, and we'll go ahead on and we'll do that instead. So you have to understand that when people are really giving you honest answers and they are reflected in women who come across as, oh, okay, well, you telling an honest answer and I want all the tea. Go ahead on and spill all the tea. And you have a moment where you have to practice that confidence. Well, you can want all you want. I wanted something in return, and did I get it? And you know the answer, so there's no need to say it. There's no need to give a point to somebody else who's only going to misuse it anyway to begin with, because if they weren't going to do those things, they would not have reached out to you in the manner in which that they did. And that's what the point behind the quote by Beyonce is. Competing for men leads to destruction. Having a young lady who's focused on her career path and knows the right way to go, a certain type of energy that propels her forward in her career, that boosts the economy, that gives women jobs, that helps women stand on their own 2 feet. That's a confident young lady, baby. That's who you emulate. That's what you watch. That's who you see at the top of the tiers of their game. That's who you want to be able to dapping with, who pounds with, giving a pat on the back about, giving them accolades, giving them flowers to, saying how great you was, saying your freaking song was on the top charts for the past 10 weeks. The girls who be talking about, yeah, that's my girl, she look good, you up there, go boo. That's the energy that you have to get when you're a confident woman. You don't have no time to be blowing down another woman's DMs about anything that has to do with nothing else except for getting that dough and that money. And whenever you do, peep the game. The person is not confident enough to do those things, and that's why they in your DMs trying to bring you down with them, because what? Misery loves company. When women compete for men, they miserable. When women are choosing to wreck homes, they are miserable. When they are that miserable and you are that thirsty and desperate and inconsiderate and negative and destructive, you have ruined yourself most of all. It appeared to have been their family. It had appeared to have been that woman. It had appeared to have been that mental state, that mind frame, that mindset, that state of mind. It appears. But ladies, keep the fight in faith going long and strong. Watch everybody else around you crumble. And who's going to crumble? Good question. The women who chose to home wreck instead of put you on to gain. That's who's ultimately going to do just that, crumble. Mark my words. All right. Anyway, thank you for watching. Like, subscribe. I'll talk to you all again later. Follow us for more content on our other social media platforms. And I will talk to you all again soon. Thank you for watching. And Tasia Shabril Moore. This is where I run Authentic Glow Coaching. Okay. And welcome to our podcast for the Confidence Catalyst. Again, and Tasia Shabril Moore here. I am the owner. Hi, hello, our Brand Spaces owner, and Authentic Glow presents the Confidence Catalyst, a podcast where we discuss all things confidence. All right, especially for our young ladies who may struggle with mindset and style. Have a good day, and talk to you all again soon. Bye.